family affair. We will solve the problem. Now it's no longer a family affair. And it was Chief Olabode George himself who read the motion calling for their expulsion. Those two issues.
Well, let me start with the first one, Dr. Abati. We were at the stadium and the master of ceremony brought some people, displayed them, and said, these are INEC officials. Immediately, I tweeted that the INEC officials are here. Moments later, Senator Bola Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, came on stage and collected the microphone and said, no, these are not INEC observers. These are national election observers. So, in order not to be caught in the web, for people to begin to see whether I lied, So I quickly now issued out a statement to say that Bola corrected it. This is what he said. Now, it is to send out the correct information out there so that I will not be accused of complicity in issuing my statements on X. So, and secondly, the issue of whether INEC presence or absence, will put to question the convention. It's not correct. The Electoral Act is very clear. It says INEC may attend. And in the convention that brought in Abure, INEC did not attend. They did not attend. And they said they were not going to recognize Abure. He went to court, got an order, and INEC said, in obedience to that order, we are recognizing him. And as I'm speaking to you now, up to now, the name of Abure is on the portal of INEC as the duly recognized chairman of Labour Party. Now, these are to put the perspectives for people to understand that the coming of INEC will not validate or invalidate the convention. The statutory requirements for the convention, which was to give them 21-day notice, has been given. And we have gone ahead to hold our convention in compliance with statutory court orders. The last court order that was issued was on Friday, around 2:30, by Justice A.L. Akintola of the Oyo State High Court, who has a jurisdiction to entertain the matter and who has been entertaining the matter. And as a lawyer, the principle of last in, So it gives us that leverage to conduct our convention. Secondly, on the issue of Nyesom Wike and the rest carrying the party on their shoulders, and that the actions we took was coming a little bit too late. I want to say that the actions we took, it is better late than never. And even when we were saying we were going to resolve this thing as a family, it became very clear that there was no way we could resolve it as a family. Because the BOT, in their last resolve to settle the matter, set up the Ambassador Hassan Adamu Committee for Reconciliation, which had Mike Ogiadome as the secretary, to try to broker some peace and reconciliation within the two camps, because I don't want to call them faction. A faction has been described by the Electoral Act that a court must recognize one of the two as a faction before you can call it a faction. So it's just, an internal dispute within us. And I think Wike almost said so in his interview on national television, where he said it's a dispute among family members. Now, having said all this, now Hassan Adamu approached Wike, the committee approached Wike.
All right.
He said there are two. One of his conditions is that we must agree that we are not going to field a presidential candidate in 2027. That is the only condition that he will allow peace, or that this is a fight to finish. This is what he said. And so we cannot wait